Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Peters. They're trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Canes want to move quickly.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
He looks that one in nicely. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Miami 7, SMU 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looking for room at the 40. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Peters. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Canes in the hurry up. He leaves it with his back. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, SMU 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Handoff from the gun. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're trying to eat up some clock here. Ninth play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Peters. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
Touchdown, Miami! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
One thing this team has shown earlier this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, what a move. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Coming up, 4th down.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field.
In the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Wants to throw. It's Peters. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Wide receiver shows motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On second down, looking again to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. The throw. Got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Motion from the offense. He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's knocked down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Peters. Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Power football with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if we try to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Dropping back, it's Peters. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Defense in press coverage. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
SMU 0.
He'll bring it out. It's McNabb.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Release to the back. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands.
Slips a tackle and he's got room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. He'll just keep slinging it. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's McNabb. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum.
Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have 2 people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in
Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a big...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick 6.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as any...
Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Returner is brought down at the 14, and your SMU Mustangs will take over 1st and 10.
First down here for the offense. Looking for a crease to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score, Miami, SMU 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's looking deep. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Canes moving quickly to the line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did, Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Dropping back, it's Peters. The throw. He makes the connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Aaron is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. With jet sweep pass. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's McNabb. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, man, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Oh, he wants it all. Brings it in down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves tripping.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The inside handoff. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Peters. Unleashes to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McNabb. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page.
Can anyone catch him? And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Going up top on 1st down. Might be looking to run. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Pushes ahead. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here comes the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And, man, they're taking advantage right now.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. He wants to throw. Looking to scramble. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. through the air. It's Peters. He'll pull it down. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He wants to throw it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they tacked on the extra point.
66, SMU 14.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's McNabb. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can... It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
66, SMU 20.
Going for the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. After this, it'll be a wrap. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Miami.
Now on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, what a move! How about that one? They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. When you know you have a team out of class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down. And